Okay, where the fuck is my earphones? Oh, right there. Of course, when I want to play with the fucking Chargers, somebody want to play with them too. Just play the Eagles. I'm gonna play with them next game.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll... About the 17-yard line. On play action, now Rodgers. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cook. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Throwing is Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3 and not giving up 6.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to second and goal. Now it's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Rodgers now on third and goal. Steps away to his left. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Break.
They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Oh, they were so close to the goal line, Charles. Fourth down, they figure, well, we'll go for it. But the decision to pass winds up being a bad one with that interception.
Well, I think you said it really well. They may have just figured we're this close, we may as well go for it. Or they had a plan right from the beginning coming into this game to be aggressive. In any event, it didn't work out for them.
Credit the tackle to John Franklin Myers. 2nd and 9. And Hurts going to move him around. First carry for DeAndre Swift. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Inside handoff, Penny. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Fielded at the 33. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. Out to the right here to Wilson. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Rodgers hitting Allen Lazard. And the Jets post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Eagles.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Going right back to Wilson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
You block over here. 88. Back north. Inside. Take 30. 26.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Aaron Rodgers hitting Allen Lazard. And the Jets have taken the lead. The PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Hurts sets up to throw it. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Hey, let's go.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Looking here for Smith downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now a 2nd and 10. On the option to give to Swift here. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Great. 73. Going silver, ready?
Hurts. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone, because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Oh my God,
Rodgers
throwing
in the hands here of Hardman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Rodgers now on 1st down.
Oh,
he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And the Eagles are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They go play action with Hurts. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They'll throw on 1st. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Buying time to his left. And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's Hurts to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. Fighting through. And the Jets have recovered. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
No touch.
Swift going to try up the middle. And some room to roam now. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. Watkins in motion left. First down, and they go with Swift again. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Throwing is Hurts. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A gain there of 21 yards. Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Now a give right side Swift. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The man in motion is Brown. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And not enough on the throw that time, as that one is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 6. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Here's Rodgers to throw. And Lazard's got it again. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
A 3rd quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. 3rd and 20. On play action, Rodgers. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Nolan Smith, 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up 4th down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Keely Ringo picks it off. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick 6 TD. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown, and this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
Hurts will throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Shit.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this.
Hey, that ball just pushed me down, bro. I know y'all saw that.
Track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Rodgers going to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Rodgers now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by...
Excuse me. I know y'all saw how that defense came in the clutch, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all saw that. Like, niggas really think I'm just gonna fold like that, you know? But nah, bitch, you thought wrong. I wish you could see like the opponents like scores like recently.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Today, we've got an NFC matchup on tap, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Okay, ready?
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd down and 3. Here's Purdy. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. 3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Purdy from the gun. That is caught, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Back to throw, Purdy. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now Purdy. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on 3rd down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
This 2nd and 4. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They go play action here. Purdy. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. 4th down try. Here's Purdy. And it'll be intercepted. Keely Ringo picks it off. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
That was a dumb read.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. On play action, they'll throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. McLeod to return it. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
2nd down and 8. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down. They'll go for it. Here's Purdy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Niners 1st down as they wind up getting 4 there on 4th and 1. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's got this down to the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. From the 29, here's 2nd and 3. Throwing here, Purdy. This one caught by Kittle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Niners post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
Do you almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get us.
Taking it right down Broadway. DeAndre Swift, touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift, 60 yards. And the Eagles strike quickly here to tie up the ball game.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to him and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
Whoa, what the hell that ball doing? Look, look. What that ball doing? Yo, this nigga tripping.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
On that shit, cuz.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard
Tripping,
line.
dog.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Second and 7. Purdy looking to throw. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Oh, I had a touchdown.
And he's taken down.
Oh.
Back at his own 7. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. 3rd and long. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here now a 3rd and 20. This is Swift on the counter. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. So they went a little cautious there on 3rd and long.
And nothing wrong with that. Remember, they're playing with a lead right now. So getting a first down, yes, that would be great. But even more importantly, take care of the football. No turnovers, no big plays for the other team, and keep the clock moving.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Now on first down, it's Purdy. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Purdy will set up to throw it here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
A second down throw for Purdy.
Give me that shit.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Brandon, we spent time with this team before the game, and there was never any indication that they did not like their kicker.
Well, it shows right now that they didn't like their kicker. Why didn't they just put it through the goalpost and take the lead?
That is going to be the question that has to be answered. I don't know about you, but I'm skipping my flight. I'm going to the post-game press conference to find out what they were thinking.
Instead of playing conservative, they go through the air, and what a stunning turn of events. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Should have juked his ass.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Airing it out deep for Smith. Now the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 60 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. The football will come out to the 25 as McLeod will not return it.
Bro, what the fuck is you doing? This dude here, man.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
Purdy now on second down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And Debo going to have a Niners first down as he'll be brought down at the 38-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Purdy now to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. I guess we're at the point of the game where they do need to open up the playbook a little bit, start to take some chances down the field, but that one did not go as planned.
Yeah, these guys need something good to go their way, and they took an opportunity to take that shot there, but obviously that's not going to help. A tough play for them as they're trying to make their way back.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Second and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. From the gun, it's Hurts. That's going to be knocked away.
What up, bro?
And incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one. Throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. They go play action with Hurts. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. Another try after the first down sack. Hurts looking here for Smith downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made.
Oh,
touchdown,
whoa. What I'm doing? Thank you. Why did I call a timeout? I swear to God, if we don't have like those type of lights at the stadium, I'm gonna be pissed. Yeah, 37.94. Wow.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today, longtime foes square off in the NFC East, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Prescott looks to throw right away. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
47.
Prescott on first down. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8. Now Prescott. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Here's Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Looking to throw. Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. They'll send the tight end in motion left. Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. What a play that turns out to be. 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Hurts going to keep it running left. And some nifty running right away as he'll get this up past the 30. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of game.
And now off to the races down the right side. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. First and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Swift is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
And there's an offense that didn't panic after getting down early, and with good reason. No better way to silence a home crowd than with a nice, long, sustained drive. And they were able to put one together here and finish with the touchdown run.
Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Prescott now. They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Hurts throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Hurts changing up the play. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Hurts going to keep it running right. Powers past him at the 5. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. DeAndre Swift with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be...
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. He's got a man, complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Prescott. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Now Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Ferguson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. From the red zone now, Prescott. Flush to his right. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams. And Prescott, his third interception. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could...
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing is Hurts. Under pressure, they got him again. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here. Third and long. Penny up the middle. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
And strong running here on the first 2 plays of the drive. He's got another first down on a gain of 12. 146 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Hey, let's go.
Hurts. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Second down, here's Hurts. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can not afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that Puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Prescott. That is caught. Room past the 35. And he's all the way across the 50 before he's finally pushed out of bounds. A big play here for Dallas. 46 yards.
What a game he's having. They've not been able to stop him or even slow him down. He's got 2 touchdowns already. That could have been a 3rd. He's got the secondary coach asking people for answers. Can you help me out? Because we are not slowing him down.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this is a situation, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing, Prescott.
Picky.
His throw incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter. A 3rd and long, you knew that he was going to throw it. He just couldn't find anybody to throw it to.
Yeah, and it shouldn't have been a surprise, but that was perfect execution of their nickel defense. That 5th defensive back.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Jake Ferguson from 19 yards away. And the Cowboys go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. They will run straight ahead with Swift. There he goes again. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift, 48 yards. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball, but he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Prescott to throw it. And that will be incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Oh, my God.
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down.
All right, babe. Oh shit, mama. I thought I spilled my Gatorade.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This fielded right at the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Now 2nd and 9. Stroud out of the gun here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Stroud on 3rd down now. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Stroud and company going for it. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Caught left side. Here's Dell. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 5. That's complete to Dell. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Here's Stroud. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 21. And Stroud now to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. They come up with exactly 1 minute to go in this first quarter. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Tackled by Jonathan Grenard.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. Up the right sideline. He's got a full head of steam. The race is on. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift, 96 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. There he goes left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Singletary again. That's Keely Ringo who was there in on the stop. They'll come up 2nd and 7. Stroud off the play fake. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. Down the left sideline. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick-6 to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick-6. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
But this is my 3rd straight game where I
Texans
pushed 3
offense
interceptions.
ready to go here for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Boy, Charles, you hate to see this for a rookie quarterback. You're hoping it doesn't shake his confidence, but that confidence, it might be shaken because that is 4 interceptions for him now in this ballgame.
It has to be shaken. Wouldn't be.
There he goes right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins, 55 yards. And the Eagles continue to pull away here in this first half. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes the score 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is Javier Thomas, fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Stroud looking to throw. This is caught. It's Woods. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. And they'll go play action here with Stroud. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Stroud to throw it. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. On the option to give to Swift here. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here's Hurts to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, didn't connect.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And it's fielded at the 34. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
What the fuck? Just attacking my own teammate.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
On 1st down, here's Stroud.
Got a man. It's Collins complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Here goes Stroud again.
It's caught downfield by Mechie. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
Now Stroud.
Touchdown, Texans.
John Mechie
from 3 yards out.
And the Texans get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
This taken in right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Adrenaline in the sun.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Hurts.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll throw now on the final play.
Damn.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Third quarter starts with a run from Swift.
And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Damn.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
And quickly they get to the line.
Now Hurts looking to change the play.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atoned for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
A throw over the middle taken in. And he's brought down. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
A run for Pierce out of the gun.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35.
Now 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Stroud.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. Stroud. This will be caught just inside the 10. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Back to the ground with Pierce. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Texans get a bit closer. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead down from 21-14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 101 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Right back to Swift again on second down. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
They'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. And Woods has it complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 23, here's 2nd down and 5. In motion, the tight end. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Back to throw. Stroud. And now here is another interception. The safety Terrell Edmonds picks it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Now a give right side Swift. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Eagles have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. And, my goodness, another interception. It's Sidney Brown with it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott now to add the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
Shit.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick-6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hopefully they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's got it. Touchdown. Robert Woods. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. Stroud's going to try to throw for the conversion. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
2nd and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, it's Hurts. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so that you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. Here's Pierce. Touchdown, Houston. Now the Houston offense is going to stay out there as they'll try for 2. They'll look to throw. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. That one looks like he'll throw here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Quez Watkins.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Eagles tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
First and 10, it's Stroud. That's caught again by Schultz. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense.